Hi, my name is Isabel Garza, and I am a team member of the RGB Bar and Grill, and I will be going over phase one of the project. So today in phase one, I will be talking about the background, such as the company, when did it open, and the current issues we are facing, as well as talking about the project proposal we have to solve our current issues. So background information. The RGB Bar and Grill is a growing restaurant in the making that focuses on serving and providing the RGB people with authentic Mexican food and hospitality. Our main location is in McAllen, Texas, and we first opened this restaurant 3 years ago, and since sales have been increasing, and now we are in need of upgrading for more space. Our current problems include the workplace and the main dining area is no longer enough to support the high demand of orders. It is extremely packed, so it makes it difficult for employees to move around and do their jobs. Also, the wait time for customers is getting longer since we continue to reach maximum capacity in the main dining area. So we have customers waiting either inside, which is a small area, or outside, but due to valley weather, which is sometimes cold, sometimes humid, sometimes raining, sometimes a mix of all, we want our customers to be waiting comfortably. So because of our increasing popularity within the region's population, the restaurant has decided to lease a building that can help us solve these issues. So, as I previously stated, our proposed idea is to lease a new building with a higher capacity space and outdoor seating. In order to do that, the company has to decide on a new location for the restaurant. We as a group have decided on 3 locations: North McAllen, Mission, and Mercedes. The problem will be to determine by identifying the different multiple combinations of locations for the lease area building, as well as comparing the total cost, which will include the loan and the setup of the building. The goal is to select the best alternative, which will minimize total cost and maximize total profit. So now my teammates will explain the other phases of our project.
Alright, so my name is Arnold Elizondo and I will be doing phase 2 elements identification based on the RGB's Bar and Grills restaurant. Alright, so elements identification. The decisions for location of the proposed lease building will be based on the cost effectiveness of the outcome of the analysis. So we want to try to get the minimal cost in order to be successful. Comparing the cost and location of the 3 possible outcomes it's going to be one way to identify which one we're going to go for as our main option. The decision's objective is to lower the cost of the spending of the company by choosing the cheapest route and also the best location for the new restaurant. So we want a place where it won't cost as much, but it still hits and it could make profit. The outcome of determining the best alternative for this location would be by the company choosing a location that does not need a lot of construction and will not cause the company to spend a crazy amount of money in order to lift it up and become RGB's Bar and Grills restaurant. Alright, moving on to phase 3, data collection and modeling. So data collection, we came up with 3 options, 3 different ways to pay off the loan. The first option was a monthly amount of $1,887.12 for a time of 5 years to pay the loan with an annual interest rate of 5% to pay the balance of the loan. That was for option 1. The second option was a monthly payment of $4,477.26 for a period of 2 years with a 7% annual interest rate. And the last one, the third option, a monthly payment of $1,465 with 2 cents a month with an interest percentage of 9% for the next 8 years. So those were our 3 options that we had come up since the beginning, and from there we were going to decide which one was the best option for us and the cheapest option in order to create the restaurant. Alright, moving on to modeling. So we went with our first option of the loan for North America, McAllen. So the overall cost you see there is 72,435 with 60 cents. So that's how much it would cost us to pay the the loan plus rent and maintenance for 12 months. So right here in the chart, we see the 100,000 loan divided into 5 years with its percentage and the monthly payments, and total cost for that was going to be 24,435 with 60 cents plus the 48,000 of maintenance and rent was equal to 72,435 and 60 cents. So that was option one, and we chose it for North America. Moving on to Mission as our second option. The overall cost was 67,454 with 50 cents, and this was for a 2-year payment with a 7% interest rate, with a monthly payment of 4,477 with 25 cents. So once again, this table shows the total cost for the loan plus the maintenance and the rent equals to the amount. So that's still right under our loan that we were asking for. So it's still very good, and we're not going to go negative, and we still have enough room for other things. Now our third option was Mercedes, location 2, Ho-Star restaurant. The overall cost was going to be a little bit more expensive because since this loan was for 8 years with a 9% interest rate, and the total cost for the loan and for the 8 years and stuff was going to be 52,220 with 20 cents plus the rent and maintenance. Like the other ones, it was going to be a grand total of 100,220. So it was just above our loan request, but this was going to be our third option. So hopefully we don't have to choose for that one. We could go for McAllen or Mission, but that'll be our last resort, and we could work it out.
Hello, my name is Dayanira Rodriguez. I am currently taking engineering economics this semester, and I will be presenting our final project right now. So I'm doing phase 4, which consists of sensitivity analysis and data collection. So for this part of the project, based on the information that was previously presented by my group members, we had to decide which was going to be the best alternative for the new location of RGB Bar and Grill, which is the restaurant that we chose to give the name to. And based on this, we picked 3 locations, which were going to be our options. One being a North McAllen location, the second one being the Mission location, and the third one being the Mercedes location. So for these 3 options, we got the overall cost using formulas that we learned throughout the semester during the course. And we had to get calculations. So the overall cost for North McAllen location was 72,435.60 cents. For the Mission location, it was 67,454.50 cents. And for the overall cost for the Mercedes location was $100,220. So this was the overall cost for the 3 locations. And based on this, since we were trying to get the one where we would minimize the cost that we had to spend on the new location, we chose that the best alternative for this project would be the Mission location. So the best alternative turned out to be the Mission location for the new lease building of the restaurant. And the loan for this building was the lowest amount of years So we had to pay back the loan to the bank that we initially took out, and we used this from the first assignment that we had, which was the loan request from the bank. So we thought it was going to be the best option to have the option from the one that would have the least amount of years in order for us to pay it back. And then the interest rate was only a 7% interest rate. This made it easier for the company to pay it back, and this would be the best option for the company to choose. So the second best alternative would be the North McAllen location, since the cost of it was still kind of high, but it wasn't to the point where it would make us in debt if we wanted to open up the location there. And the worst alternative would be the one in Mercedes, since this one did go over the loan that we were supposed to take out. So we would be in negatives and we wouldn't really profit from that. That's why we put it as our last option. So in order to understand why we selected the mission location as the best one, is that we had to take into consideration what the overall total of the project was going to be. And then we also had to take into consideration the payments of the loans that we had to do. So the best alternative gives the company the opportunity to pay back the loan within a reasonable time span. And that's what we wanted to do.